So the title of today's story is Don't Copy My Homework. Okay? So, once upon a time there was a school and there was a student who was a good student named P Dream. She always did her homework early and she always finished it and did very well. Then there was another student who was a good friend of P Dream's. His name was Austin. Austin didn't like to do his homework very well and always waited till the last minute. He would go to P Dream and say, P Dream, can I see your homework? And because Dream was such a good friend, she would say, sure, just please don't copy my answers. Just look at the homework, figure out how I did it, and then do it your way. Austin's like, you got it. And so the first homework passed. Nothing happened. Then 2 weeks later, another big homework. Austin comes to Dream again and says, Dream, can I see your homework, please? She's like, sure, no problem. Just please don't copy my answers. Austin's like, yeah, no problem. This happened 3 times. After the 3rd time, the teacher, Kru Ting, called Dream and Austin to the office and said, I've been watching your homework for the past 3 times, and you guys have had the same answers all 3 times. Why is that? And then Dream's like, it's not my fault. I told Austin not to copy my homework. I let him borrow it, but then he copied it. And then the teacher got really mad and Dream got really embarrassed and Dream was really pissed. So Dream decided, I'm gonna get him back to teach him a lesson. So the next time Austin asked for Dream's homework, she said, yes. But she purposely wrote all the answers wrong. So then Austin copied her answers again, which he did 3 times already, and they turned it in. So when they got the grades back, the teacher, Hu Ting, said, congratulations, class. Everyone did really, really good on the homework this time, except for 2 people who got 0s, Dream and Austin. And now Dream just realized, oh my gosh, what did I do? In order to teach Austin a lesson, I sacrificed my own score and got a 0. And now Austin's super pissed because now Dream tricked him and Dream got a bad score. So she went home to her older brother, Brother Aim, and said, Brother Aim, I'm so sad and I'm so depressed. I hurt myself trying to hurt Austin. And Brother Aim, who's very wise, says, sit down, Sister Dream. I will tell you a story. And so Brother Aim told her a story and said, once upon a time, there were 2 friends named Aya and Jasmine. Aya was a mouse and Jasmine was a frog, and they were good friends. Aya would always invite Jasmine to come over and hang out at her house. And so every time they would hang out, Jasmine would go visit Aya. One day, Jasmine felt sensitive and was like, you know what? This is not fair. How come I always have to go to Aya's house? How come she never comes to my house? And so Jasmine was very upset and thought, I'm gonna teach her a lesson. So one day, Jasmine says to Aya, why don't you come visit my house underwater? And Aya's like, but I can't swim. How am I gonna go underwater? And Jasmine's like, well, how about we do this? How about I tie a rope onto my leg and I'll tie a rope to your leg? And then I'll dive underwater and help pull you down. And Aya's like, sounds kind of weird, but I trust you because you're my friend. So Jasmine ties the rope and then pulls Aya underwater. But what happens when you put an animal underwater when they can't breathe underwater? So unfortunately, Aya doesn't make it. Well, after a body dies, what happens when it's in the water? It floats to the surface. And so it floated to the surface. And then all of a sudden, a big scary bird named Abby was flying in the air. And she saw this delicious looking Aya floating in the water. So she swooped down, grabbed the mouse named Aya and pulled it to go eat in her nest castle. But guess what? the rope was still tied to Aya's foot. So guess who got pulled out of the water? Jasmine. And so Abby got a bonus. For the price of one, she got 2 meals. So what did this story by Brother Aim try to teach Sister Dream? That when you try to hurt other people, no matter what it is, you always end up hurting 2 people. You hurt the person you tried to hurt, but you also hurt yourself. Because when you try to get revenge, it turns you into an evil person. Do you remember at the beginning of the story? Sister Dream was a nice person, a kind person. After Austin was copying her homework, what happened to Dream? She changed herself into an angry person, into a person who wanted revenge. Did Austin change her? Or did Dream change herself? I listened to a very interesting quote on the internet, which they said, trauma is not what people do to you. Trauma is how you react to what happened to you. Think about that for a second. It's true that what Austin did to Dream was wrong, right? But how did Dream react? With anger and with revenge. That part came from Dream. That's the part that we can control. When people hurt us, we can tell them, okay, you can't copy my homework anymore. I won't let you borrow my homework anymore. Or maybe we don't have to be friends anymore. But when you decide to go get revenge, that's when you are now part of the problem. So be very careful how you deal with people. Never try to get revenge. Never try to hurt other people. Because in the end, you're just hurting yourself also. เข้าใจไหม? สาธุ